Hi everybody. This is the second video of the second season that I've been working on aquaponics, and I'm generally a cheap guy, so I try to keep everything as simple as I can. There were a couple things that I missed when I talked about the grow bed yesterday that I wanted to discuss just briefly. The point of this hose here, um, I didn't show it, and I wish I would have. When the siphon's breaking, what happens is air is sucked in through this tube and up into the top, which helps to break the siphon a little bit better than I've been able to get from just raising these little holes up higher. So that way I can get it to shut off a little more reliably. And I'm going to shave this down so that it essentially will basically the rock guard only needs to be as tall as the grow medium's going to be. So I'm going to cut some of this off so that because it's just excess, and it just makes it look a little neater, I think. Today, what we're going to do is go over the rest of the unit. I have a catch basin down here that I didn't talk about much yesterday, and oh wow, boy, that looks crazy, man. Okay, well, essentially it's sitting on a shelf here, and I got some charcoal down in there that I just dumped. I had extra. One good way to get materials for this, you can see I have a whole lot of fish parts laying around. I'm sorry, it's so messy, in fact. But what I did was I went to like a Goodwill, and they sell tanks sometimes, and they don't know what goes with what, so they just dump a bunch of stuff, filters, charcoal, all kinds of stuff inside a tank, and sell the whole thing for 15 to 20 bucks. It's a good way to get a lot of different parts. I have a ton of fish heaters here that I haven't even used for water heaters, although judging from yesterday with all the ice that I had, I might could have used a little if I had the fish in there. Anyway, inside this catch basin we have two pipes, or we have two bulkhead fittings, just like what I had up top there, and I leave one lower, and then I have one higher. And inside this higher one, I took some of this gutter guard mesh here, and I basically just put a little bit in here. And the point is just to keep anything from getting in the overflow. So this one's a little higher, so as the water raises up, because this that's a 1-inch pipe there, right? So the water coming in here is greater than the amount that this can take out by itself. Okay, and on top of that, what I'm going to do here is when I come out on this line, inside of here I have some filter material, because one of the lessons I learned from last year was that while the plants do a fine job of filtering the fish waste, it can help to establish your tank a little sooner if you provide and make a better fish environment if you have some filter water in there instead of all plant filtered, basically. So all I did was inside this 2-inch pipe here, you'll see there's a connector here. Inside here I have charcoal and other filter stuff, and so this one runs continuously pretty much as the system's running. I don't have it running right now, but it runs, and so it's always filtering out anything that's left over after the plants have already gotten to it. And the second one is mostly an overflow, and I've designed the overflow so that it starts and when it finishes there's still enough water in here to go a whole cycle and still keep water coming out of here. Now, why is it so important to keep water coming out of here? Well, in the fish tank, one thing the fish need, they need clean water, and they need aerated water. And you probably can't see it very well right now, but the air stone down there, I had that on, and I was powering that with my solar panel too. However, what I noticed is that usually the water level is such that the water coming out of this pipe is really creating some pretty good bubbles, and if not, then the overflow also creates quite a few bubbles. So so I think I'm going to be able to do this year without using the aerator, and I'm just going to keep it in there as a backup. And down inside there you can see the pump. I have a pump down there. I don't know how well we can see it, but the pump just pumps the water up through the pipe, in the overhead here, I got a little valve there because at one time I was trying to restrict the flow of water. Right now I'm designing it so that it can do it can accept all that water, but I had an idea to try to make to use this one and have it drain into this one, and after a couple fills of this one, of the top one, then the bottom one would fill up. I haven't quite worked that out yet because what happens is the water level that comes out of here is so fast that it overflows this top bin. The one that comes out of here, the water level comes out and it overflows it. So to get from the catch basin, basically I took a little 3/4 inch pipe that goes inside the bulkhead mount, an elbow, and then I have some fittings here, and right now they're leaking a little bit. I think that if I don't do anything with them, they'll still be fine, because once they heat up, I think they'll expand and I might be all right. But I may at some point take them off and actually glue them. Right now they're just stuck together and tapped with a hammer. Just to, generally speaking, you don't need to use all the glues and stuff. But the idea here, like I said, is just to get the water over to the fish pond, and then we're gonna, basically let that create some bubbles. So next time I do a video, what I'll do is I'll have the battery in. We'll be on solar power, and I'll either have some fish in there already, or I'll have a grow bed. Basically, I'm just gonna do an update next time we get to that stage. So until then, I look forward to seeing you.